And the next one after this one is I Told You About Stairs, Bro, which was a daunting level. Yeah, this is probably the first one I've come. This is probably the first one I've done, which has moved down from the daunting rank into the cunning rank. So you might remember I played this one in one of my most recent videos, but I've now solved it now. Sorry to have a repeating tune. So bash through both staircases, get a licks to climb there, and then mine these lickses out of the little trap here. Then he builds over the exit, and he just uses the remainder of the builders to build up to the staircase here. And the lickses build up to the staircase so they can get up, and then they mine when they get to the top. So yeah, that seemed a little bit of a simplistic solution. So I'm tempted to think maybe the intended solution, maybe not. So yeah, please let me know on that one. So the next one is hold on, let's find where I am. Okay, so I'm going to try and do them in the order they were done. They are now on Daunting. So the next one I believe is Daunting 2, which is Round Trip. Oh, oh yeah, now I remember now. I haven't actually solved that one yet because it wasn't actually in the original rotation. So I thought. But, and the story is that's moved earlier in the rank, and this is a stick up has moved like much later in the daunting rank. But I still solved this as a stick up because I thought, you know, I've attempted it on video. I need to show it solved. So no, not Round Trip at the moment, but the next one is Merge Sort. This was a bit of an interesting level, because this one's had some changes done to it, but I've actually solved the original version that I attempted on video. Now, the trick here is you just have to mine just as the crowd's coming back on itself, and it helps merge them together. So you just got to try and shorten the crowd as much as possible, because this is a very slow trap, this is. So the idea is you just mine whenever the crowd wraps around on itself. You notice how the crowd's just getting smaller and smaller all the time. And you just mine down to the trap. And it's just enough time such that they all wriggle through. So yeah, good solution there. It's one thing I should probably mention is it's not very clear that trap is a slow trap, but I'm not sure if there's any way you can address that. So now it's time finally for this is a stick up. Oh no, wait, a Soulful Bounty leap first. What am I on about? This was hard, this one was. It was nice to work out though. So I had to jump in such a way, jump as far back as I could without actually making the licks go splat. And then I had to dig and bash. So yeah, I made him jump as well because he was going to go splat otherwise. But the good thing here was I used the blocker to turn the digger licks, and it actually works. So this builder then catches the remainder of the licksers, while the rest were jumpers, the ones that weren't going to make it. And then I turn this guy into a runner. And then he builds, because even though he's a runner, he can't actually jump that whole pool. So once he starts running, there we go. Well, didn't actually have to wait until he ran actually, even though he was stationary, he'd still have the momentum to make the jump. So yeah, I was a real fan of that level. There was a lot of nice tricks used in that level, especially the blocker trick. I'm a big fan of that. So how much time are we on? 17 minutes. Yeah, I could probably make this one video actually. There's no point making it two. It depends how long this takes. This is a stick up. Right, here we go. Actually, I'll probably make a point. I'll probably spend a bit of time on this one just to go through this one properly. So, one thing that immediately became apparent on this level when I tried to solve it for a long time was the left-hand side just seemed a bit hopeless compared to the right-hand side because of how much further down you had to fall. But it actually later turned out that the elixirs don't actually fall on this part of the terrain at all, because my solution actually involved falling on the exit, which you'll see. And then it became apparent that you could dig down on this slope here and platform such a way such that you can actually seal the gap for the elixirs here, and they turn around without the need for the blocker. And that was actually part of the solution, so that was one bit I worked out. One other thing I tried was I tried sending this elix, well, think of the other side actually. I tried sending elix up here and mining into the steel and then digging the opposite way to get the floater to turn around towards the exit. But that actually wasn't part of it either, and Simon even told me it was too skill intensive, so I gave up on that one quickly. The next thing I tried was building off the side here, mining into the steel here and trying to build a platform here. I even tried building a platform from here as well, but that failed by one. Actually, it was from here, actually, down here on the bottom bit here below the tunnel. But that ended up failing by 1 pixel. Yeah, and merging the crowds was required. I had to use 2 builders and a miner to unite them, because using a bomber was too skill intensive, because it would blow up the bridges as well because there's no climbers. What else did I try? I'm sure there's one more thing. Yeah, I did also mention to Simon and Forestidia, would having doomed elixirs bombing the bottom of the level help? And apparently it did help in Forestidia's solution, I was told, but I didn't find it useful in my solution, so here's the solution anyway. So blocker on this side, because we're not going to use this side at all, let's face it. Floater off the right hand edge, so a lot's going to happen in the next few frames. So floater, and this is the trick I was on about with the digger and the platformer. You do lose a few elixirs you're doing this, but it's much better. It's the best way to seal the gap off. You do lose a few elixirs off the side here when you're building towards the plank. And I platformed here to seal the gap. Although it turned out this was actually not required in the end, because none of the elixirs actually came down this way towards the buzzsaw. So I could have legitimately got away with having a left-facing elixir. But this was just so precise. I think I managed to fudge myself a solution here. So yeah, that's pretty key there. That elix bombed the plank there. But it's in such a way that he didn't go all the way through it. Now, I'm not sure if that would have actually helped ultimately in the end. I got this elix to mine and then bomb. So now the digger will terminate and fall on this bit. Yeah, I think it was. Actually, I don't think having this bit as a wall was actually necessary in the end. So yeah, this was very precise, this bit was. I had to sign the digger and builder in such a way such that the builder was not penetrated. And I just managed to make it work because it was so close. And it actually ended up working out in my favour as well, because I could bomb the elixirs in such a way such that they only fall off the left hand side. Yeah, and that guy builds to the exit, and this bit is pretty key here because this bridge is actually sitting on the exit trigger, so as soon as the elixirs land on this bridge they've exited apparently. So I'm not sure if that was intended. Yeah, so notice how I bombed there and then built again. And I think that digger died, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, the digger didn't touch that bit. So that bit was kind of used in my solution, but so without that bit, they wouldn't have survived the drop. And I think that bit ultimately ended up saving us, that little pixel there. Although, yeah, it would have been safe still if they landed on the bit below that. So yeah, that's how I solved this as a stick up. Please let me know if this is another solution or if it's identical to anybody else's, because I'm familiar with the fact that only GeoForestIdio and Simon have solved this. Simon's actually solved this level very recently, so after me pointing out I was struggling with it. So yeah, that brings us up to scratch now with our replays now. So 23 minutes, yeah, I'll probably split this into 2 videos. 23 minutes is too long. So in the next video I will be carrying on with the daunting rank. Go all the way back. See, this is a stick up all the way down at daunting 33, but Simon and ForestIdio are already debating. Well, I'm not sure if ForestIdio is involved in it as well, but it's been discussed that among some people that it's going to get moved back up to the next rank, which is vicious, I think. So in the next video I will be doing round trip, and then I will move on to railroad plot after that and just continue in the order that's right here. So yeah, getting super difficult now, but I'm willing to keep going. So thanks a lot for watching, and I shall see you next time where we'll be playing round trip.